you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Take a seat.
My name's Peyton, just to remind you again.
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome. Alright, how are you doing?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm very well as well, thank you for asking.
Yeah, you bet.
Nice. Any exciting plans for the weekend?
Ugly sweater party tomorrow night. I think someone has a game. No, we have a game tonight against Black River Falls. We're going to be
Sure.
not very good. And do the Packers play on Sunday? It's supposed to be like, I don't know, like maybe I'll go golfing on Sunday. I thought I could go skiing, but maybe I'll go golfing.
It's such a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, the rain yesterday, I didn't even know what to do with myself.
Actually, Sunday is supposed to rain quite a bit.
It's kind of upsetting, like at this time of the year.
I'm not down with it.
I only like snow from mid-November to January 1st.
Right.
And so like that window is closing.
Yeah, it's over.
Too quickly.
Right.
Oh man. Any fun holiday travels coming up?
We'll go to Chicago, meet my family, and then hopefully we'll go skiing somewhere.
Yeah.
The UP I think is going to get some snow this weekend, so we'll go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you usually do in your car rides?
Well, it's changed over the years. As the kids were younger, we would watch Cheaper by the Dozen. I bet you we've watched 100 times in our minivan.
Oh my goodness.
I have that thing memorized.
Yeah.
And now they either sleep or they stare at this little screen. I don't know what they do when I'm asked. So I listen to public radio and my wife reads. Yeah.
Well, personal recommendation, my family always listens to a book on tape.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like what you're thinking of as far as like, oh, it's family story time. You can listen to podcasts.
Sure.
My family got really into Serial, the podcast. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big recommendation. That's
give it a go.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, if you are seriously discouraged by not having kids engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's not nice. Or it's nice not to talk to them.
Okay. So I don't want to take up a ton of your time. I do have an alternative reason for being here other than talking to you.
You
So
bet.
awesome. If you did want to just think back to our last conversation a couple weeks ago, we talked about the importance of inbound marketing, somewhat of a disconnect between yourself and your customers, and probably part of the reason being a lack of time on your part to really invest in that. You know, you guys are growing, you're selling across the country, you're more focused on business to business sales than actually reaching direct consumers.
Correct.
Very understandable.
Yep.
Does that sound about right?
Yep.
Okay.
Bingo.
Awesome. So, walking from there, I did want to just initially introduce you to the idea of opening a Facebook social media account and being serious about it and why it's important.
Okay.
Okay? So, I want you to take a look at a couple things. So, that'll just be off to the side for a second. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open up some other wine companies' Facebooks, okay?
Okay.
So these are some brands that you likely know. One is a competitor, and then two just in general. I mean, maybe even as a consumer.
Right.
Menage a Trois, very popular blend. Very interesting blend and brand. As you are walking along here, you see quite a bit of engagement. Just 2 hours ago, they posted this and have 93 likes. They have a share. They have comments. And they're responding. Okay, so those are all big green lights for social media. They're getting a lot of good engagement. In your own profile, you would be able to see who all had actually seen it, who had clicked on it. All very good features.
But what if, I mean, that's all great, but how do I know that people are actually buying the wine?
Well, there's a couple things you can do. You can either have a direct social media promotional setup, so only offering something on social media if they mention a post, if they mention a specific hashtag that they would have seen on the social media brand, or word of mouth would have come from social media.
Sure.
So that can be an initial trial run that if you did choose to go forward with this, if you wanted to know the return on investment right away, we could spend some time building your base and then launch a campaign like that to see if your return would happen.
Yep.
So then going to Apothic even, also a nice brand. They haven't posted since December 9th, but it's still pretty much within the standards of Facebook. You should be posting 2 to 3 times a week, so it's very appropriate. Menage a Trois is posting more because they are a little more invested in their engagement.
Okay.
And then just another. They all three are very different brands, as you can tell.
Sure.
Menage a Trois and Apothic kind of correlate in like their color scheme, but then Sutter Homes is just friendly and family.
Yep.
So now I would like to visit your Facebook because you do have one. You have about 1,000 likes.
Right.
However, you haven't posted since 2013.
Yeah, it's probably not good.
It's okay because you still have a base to build off of.
Right.
So that groundwork is laid, and it's super helpful to get that ball rolling again.
Right.
However, what the danger is, by leaving this Facebook up and unmonitored, you have all of these responses and direct postings to your wall with no engagement and no interaction. And it's all kinds. It's positives, it's negatives, it's suggestions, it's questions. And you're missing out on that direct engagement with consumers.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
So these are a couple that I just pulled specifically that either had direct recommendations or just comments or encouragements that would have been nice to engage and kind of build the brand that way, that then you get that kind of personal recommendation to their friends.
Sure.
There also were quite a few recommendations or complaints about the way your twist off boxes are. They don't like the twist, they like the button. And that is feedback that you missed out on, unfortunately, because this wasn't being monitored.
Right. And we know that, and as you know, like you said, I don't really have time to do this, and neither does my staff, but we're thinking about hiring just an intern to do it.
Sure.
And then it's free. So is that better than hiring you?
The reason I would discourage an intern, and not necessarily discourage, I think it would be almost better to work alongside.
Right.
And we are 100% into teaching, where we encourage consumers to, or our clients to take over their social media at some point. We want them to learn and eventually be able to take it in-house because it's something that is more effective when it is in-house.
Right.
However, taking someone right out of school with limited experience, a lot of times they don't know strategy, they don't know content calendars, and they don't have time to learn best practice. They kind of do what they think they would like.
Those are all things that you would do for us.
So what we would be doing for you, bi-weekly we'd be giving you analytical reports as far as Google and where website traffic, as well as your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram traffic. We pull this guy out. We'd be posting 2 Facebook posts a week, 2 Instagram posts a week, and 2 Twitter posts per week. And then alongside those bi-weekly reports, we're actually going to give you a schedule 2 weeks out.
Okay.
So you'll know what's coming up. You'll be able to give input, special requests of what you would like posted, and be able to give feedback.
And what's this going to cost me?
So there is going to be an initial $300 startup fee. So that's going to take care of a Hootsuite account. That's going to take care of just initial fees and the extra hours that get put into cleaning up and responding, kind of catching up social media. And then after that initial $300, you will have a $200 a month charge. $100 of that is going to go towards your own social media campaign. So that'll be towards promoting posts. So that'll is really investing back into you. And then $100 is for our time and commitment.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I have enjoyed learning about social media. I have enjoyed spending time looking at your brand. I think it's a strong brand. I think it's easy to communicate. I love the jailhouse theme of your wines, and it really connected with me in that social media can really be a ball and chain. It can really be a set of handcuffs, you know. What we're offering is to do the 24-hour servicing, the responding for you, the scheduling, the planning, and all you get to do is the benefits.
Okay.
Yeah. So, since we have discussed this contract, how do you feel about going forward and just trying a 3-month trial period? At the end of the 3 months, perhaps we could do that specific return plan where we do a promotion through your Facebook and see what your return on investment is.
I think that sounds like a great idea, and we can assess it from there. But I'm excited about reinvigorating our Facebook, knowing that we can't do it and you can. So good.
Thank you.
You bet. All right.
Wonderful. Thanks, Mike.
Yep. See ya.
Have a good day.
Good.